Hi everybody, it's Nicole with Stargazer Soaps. I'm going to make 3 batches of soaps, and I think I'm going to squish them all into this one video. I'm not doing anything fancy, just some natural soaps. I'm going to clean off my goggles really fast. This first one is Grapefruit, and this one it's been out for a while, and a lot of people have been asking for it. It's a really popular one. It's my husband's favorite, and he's on his last bar. So I was told I needed to restock this. This one he uses to shave with. It's his favorite soap for shaving. I don't advertise it as a shaving soap. Just make sure you can see. You know, I'm going to play with this camera angle. Let's try that. Using a different camera. I'm using my DSLR, and the problem with it is it doesn't autofocus. And I need it to focus. With my other camera, the sound kept, I don't know what was happening. The sound and what I was doing were off by 5 to 10 seconds. Which was really quite a lot. So here's my essential oil. This soap is vegan, and it's one of my purely natural soaps. So I use essential oils, not fragrance oils. Anyway, then it started, when I did sound, it would cut off every other word, so you couldn't even understand what I was saying. And I lost a couple of videos. So back to the DSLR. I bought a video camera from somebody. It's a used video camera. I paid, I think, 15 bucks for it, but I can't get it to work. So I'm hoping I can figure out what's wrong with that and start using that soon. Oops, soap just went flying. I'm glad I put my goggles on today. So here's the grapefruit. The one thing about this one that is disappointing is with a lot of citrus scents, they lose their fragrance over time. Grapefruit is one of those. So I use a little bit of kaolin clay to help anchor. But the scent does definitely get light. You can still smell it, but it's just real delicate. And I don't use a lot of fragrance anyway. I just prefer not to. I'm very sensitive to fragrance and to smells and scents, and even more so now that I make my own products. The other day I was walking through the grocery store, and I walked down some cleaning aisle. I wasn't even paying attention because I don't buy any of my cleaners anymore, or my laundry detergent. I make it all. But the smell just about knocked me over. The perfumes, and you could just smell it, and it was pretty gross. And I can't believe that I used to walk down those aisles and actually purchase things. You know, I didn't even look to see if I was in the camera view. I'm going to have to really remember. New camera. I need a stick that is stuck in the hole of my utensil thing. It's not quite ready to texture, so I'm just going to squish this to the side. start on my next batch. I have them all right here ready to go. This one, so the grapefruit is loaded with grapefruit. This one I'm going to scent, this is my orange, a purely natural orange soap. This one is for, it uses a lot of cocoa butter. Good heavens. Cocoa butter and avocado oil. I love this one too. I use both of these to shave with. I have extremely sensitive skin and I don't have any breakouts when I use these. I use all my soaps to shave with, honestly. I don't market any of my soaps as a particular thing. I don't say I have a facial bar or anything like that. They're all soaps and I use them all over. And no matter what, it's going to be better than anything you can buy commercially. Any handmade soap is going to be better than anything you can buy commercially. And the more I read about what they put in our products, the more I think, why would anybody still be buying commercial products? It's horribly scary. The stuff that they put in your soaps and okay, so this will maintain its color. It's going to remain this pretty orange. Clean that off. And grab a mold. Make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. I have 3 batches sitting on my teeny tiny table here. Stir this really fast. So I'm working in very limited space. Oh, that was dumb. I just dropped my spatula in water. I kind of need it. So, I'm out of rags. As much as I hate using paper towels, that's all I have at the moment. I have a big stack of my cloths that I use, but I put them in a big bucket that I have sitting under one of my supply tables, and I let them sit for 4 days or so. I want to make sure the soap is completely saponified, and then I throw it into my washer. That's what I do with all of my soaping dishes. They sit for 2 to 4 days, and they get washed and sanitized. Everything gets sanitized before I use it too. My workstation, I clean and sanitize that thoroughly before I start soaping. So if you ever see anything in my videos with dribbles on the table or something, it's because what you haven't seen me do is, you know, mixing up, prepping all the oils and everything, and it's messy sometimes. Let me get this out of the way. Whoops. Decided to fling it on the floor. Alright. Wow, let's be a little more careful with that, shall we? That's obviously not ready to texture. So go back to the grapefruit. checking my time. I don't do anything to the top of these other than give it a little swirl. So there's the grapefruit. Get this out of the way and pause you for a second. Okay. I moved the orange completely because just moving the table was making it slosh. This last one is a new one. Same recipe as the orange soap though. I don't have to strain this lye solution because there isn't anything in it. It's just water and lye. And I just made it a little bit ago. My natural soaps are all vegan. All of my products are vegetarian, but natural soaps are vegan. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do something a little different. This is Peppermint. I love this peppermint. It is crisp and clean. I usually use this in my coffee soap, but I decided I wanted a mint that was not coffee. I wanted to make sure I turned on the video, strongly advise against using coffee soap with children because there's caffeine in it. And, you know, stuff is absorbed through our skin. Caffeine is really good for your skin, but it's not intended for kids. So I wanted a nice peppermint natural soap that could be used for kids. Or anybody who doesn't want the exfoliation of the coffee soap. So I'm using the same recipe as my orange soap. This one has loads of cocoa butter and avocado oil. Two great things for your skin. I am also going to use a tiny bit of kelp powder. I'm using this for color. I'm a little nervous about the scent. I'm going to try to use as little as I possibly can. I'm going to have to use more than that. Because what is kelp powder? Kelp powder is seaweed. This kelp came from the Atlantic Ocean. And it does not smell very good. I'm hoping that the peppermint is going to overpower it. Well, okay. I'm going to have to stop being nice about it, I guess, and use a teaspoon. To get sort of a green hue. It's starting to get really thick on me, but it doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything to this, and actually it's just kind of getting it speckly. It's not really doing a full color, but I actually kind of like that. So I'm going to stop. and it still smells like peppermint. I can't smell the kelp powder at all, which is what I wanted. I thought about adding it in the very beginning, but I still hadn't completely decided whether or not I was going to actually use it. I really need to remember to stick these liners to the side of the mold, but I don't think about it until after I'm in the middle of pouring. I don't know if you can see, I guess you can kind of see that. There is the speckle of the kelp powder in there. So I read something today that talked about handmade soap and commercial soap, and why commercial soap is so bad and why it isn't soap, and which, you know, is true. It can't be labeled as soap because it's not. They remove the glycerin that is made during the saponification process, or the soap making process, and sell it because it's, you know, expensive stuff, and then replace it with detergents. So for those of you that don't know, if you're a soaper, you know that. But this article, well, I'll apologize now because I think my other memory card filled up, even though it's my biggest one and I thought it was empty. But I don't know where I kept losing you, so I'm just going to repeat and I'll edit. No matter what you do, buying handmade soap is going to be better than anything you can buy commercially. So buy a homemade. Is that what I said? Is it organic? I meant homemade. If I didn't say homemade, I meant homemade. If you see a homemade soap maker who's claiming their product is organic, really question that. But if they also claim that their product can cure infertility, run the other way. Homemade soap cannot cure anything. There are no cures for eczema, psoriasis, infertility through soap. Yes, I kid you not. There are people out there who make those claims. Know who you're buying from. There are amazing soapers out there. You can always buy from me. I disclose everything that I use in my products, and I make no claims other than it's soap. And I use it at home, and I just dropped my stick on the floor. So, first one is orange, then peppermint and kelp, and grapefruit in the back. And I guess I'll cut these on video and show you. It's recording there. So I have peppermint, orange, and grapefruit, and I will put the cure date down below, and they'll be available at stargazersoaps.com. Thanks for watching.
Bye.